Welcome to the Space Marine Army list. I am running the Gladius Detachment. So that's the one that gives you the 3 assault doctrines. Assault, Dev, and Tactical. I also have O for the moment, and the stratagems I have for this detachment, which I'll go through in the game if it matters. So I've painted my guys as Ultramarines. I've nicked that drop pod from the Dark Angels from the Heresy, so that's why it's black. So I have a Ultramarines Lieutenant leading this army. He has got a Power Fist and a Plasma Pistol. His enhancement is Artificer Armor, so it gives him a 2+ save and a 5 Feel No Pain. I have 2 squads of Tactical Marines. The first squad, the Sergeant has a Chainsword and a Plasma Pistol. He's the one with the banner on his back. There's 2 plasma guns in the squads. The rest of them have bolt guns and bolt pistols. The second squad, I have a Sergeant with a bolt gun and bolt pistol. He's the one with the blue banner. I have a Multi-Melta. I have a Melta gun in there and a missile launcher. The rest of them have bolt guns and bolt pistols. I'm also going to combat squad this unit. I'm going to have a Melta gun and 4 bolt guns on one side, and then the rocket launcher and the rest of the bolt guns on another team. So it'll be 2 units of 5 basically, and that's what Tactical Marines can do special. I have 2 Devastator teams. I have a team with 4 Multi-Meltas, Sergeant with a bolt gun and a bolt pistol. The other Dev team, I have a Sergeant with a bolt gun and bolt pistol. The others have plasma cannons. I have a Dreadnought. He's got a plasma cannon. Dreadnought Power Fist with a heavy flamer. I have a drop pod with the missile launchers in it. I'm going to transport the Multi-Melta Dev team in that, so they're going to drop down mid-game some point. And I've got a Land Speeder Thunderstrike. So that's the one with the Las Talon and all the fancy rockets. Okay gamers, this is 1,000 points of Astra Militarum. I'm using the Combined Regiment. This is the only regiment you can play at the moment as I'm recording this. So there we are. So they have orders and stuff like that. Also, if they stay still with their infantry, they gain lethal hits, which is pretty cool. So leading this army, I have a tank commander. He has got a Demolisher cannon and a las cannon. Now, my Leman Russes don't have guns on the sides because I've built them for Horus Heresy. So he's just got the las cannon and the Demolisher. No enhancements, but he is the warlord. I have a second HQ, which is a Commissar. He's got a plasma pistol and a power sword. I can't remember the name of his enhancement, but what it does, if I'm battle shocked, I reduce my OC by 1 instead of turning it to 0. So my plan for him is to join a big squad of infantry. So these guys will be like OC2. If they're battle shocked with him, they'll be OC1 instead of being OC0, which is pretty good. So my troops, I've got a 10-man custom-made Catachan Jungle Fighter Squad. They're supposed to be ghillie suits. I don't know how it looks for you guys. I've got 2 flamers. Sergeant has a chainsword and a las pistol. The rest of them have las guns. Oh, there's also a Vox in there. I don't know if I mentioned that. I also have a 20 block of infantry. I have 2 sergeants in the squads. They have las pistols and chainswords. There is a grenade launcher in there. There's also 2 Voxes in the squad. The rest of them have las guns and las pistols, I think, or just las guns and close combat weapons. I have a heavy weapons team. All 3 of them have autocannons. I have an identical 2 Leman Russes. They both have las cannons, and they have the special autocannon as the main weapon. I think it's the Exterminator Leman Russ. I have a transport, which is a Chimera. It's got a heavy stubber, heavy bolter, multi-laser, what's it called? Las gun array, hunter killer missile. I'm going to be using this to transport my Catachan jungle fighters. And then finally, I've got a Wyvern. It's got a heavy flamer and its standard grenade launcher guns. So welcome to the pre-game setup. So I've already done deployment and stuff like that. So I'm going to walk you through it now. For the deployment, I drew Hammer and Anvil. So it's like an 18-inch deployment. And then you normally have 5 objectives, but because of the mission rule, I get an extra one. I'll talk you through that now. So the primary mission, priority targets. In the second, third and fourth battle round, at the end of each command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each objective marker they control, up to 10 victory points per turn. At the end of the battle, each player scores 5 victory points for each objective marker they control, up to 15 per player. So the last turn you get an extra chance to score an extra 5 points. And then for the mission rule, I got a hidden supply. So what that does, normally put an objective in the center. But what hidden supply does, I have to measure 6 from there, move that objective up, and then get another objective. So I'm playing with 6 total objectives now. So it gives an extra chance of scoring. For deployment, the Space Marines are the defender, so they picked this side. I put the unit down, and then I went back and forth between them. So for the Space Marine deployment, I've got my Land Speeder, Tactical Marine Squad with 4 Boltguns and a missile launcher. Another thing, I have combat squadded both of my Tactical Marine Squads just because I realized they didn't have that much scoring, I guess. So, you know, if they're split up, they have a chance to score more objectives. So that's the first squad. Then I have a second squad here. So it's the Sergeant with a Chainsword and Plasma pistol. There's 2 plasma guns in there, 2 Boltguns, and the Lieutenant has joined that. So it's got a decent amount of plasma guns in there. Then there's another squad of Tactical Marines with the Melta gun, 4 Boltguns. My Dreadnought. The last of the Tactical Marines with just 4 Boltguns. And then finally I have my Plasma Cannon dev team. Bleh. My Drop Pod and Multi-Melta dev team are in Deep Strike, so they're off the map. For the Guardsmen, I've got my Tank Commander. I've got a Tank Exterminator, there's one there. I've got my 20 block of infantry with the Commissar there. I know it's hard to see, apologies. I've got my Wyvern, the Chimera with the Catachan in it, heavy weapons team, and then the last Lehman Russ. The Catachan are off the board because they're inside the Chimera. So objectives, I've got 1 in each deployment, so there's the Guards one, there's a Space Marine one, and then you have 4 in No Man's Land. It's going like diagonally, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 secondaries. So for the Space Marines, so I've got the Gambit cards here just in case on turn 3 I need them. But the Space Marines went for Assassinate and Bring It Down. I've gone for Fixed Missions. So fluff-wise, the Space Marines are like, bruh, if we kill all their leaders and bring down all the tanks, Guardsmen suck. So we'll focus on that. So that's the fluff reason. And it's pretty decent. So they have like 2 HQs. So I can get a max of, let's have a look. So I can get 8 victory points from this because I can kill the Tank Commander and the Commissar. And then for Bring It Down, they have like a bunch of vehicles, so I can get a lot of points scoring that too. For the Guardsman, or the Traitor Guardsman, aka just Astra Militarum, I've gone for Cleanse and deploy Teleport Homer. Now, fluff-wise, they're not actually cleansing, they're going to be tainting because they serve chaos now. So it's basically you go next to an objective, you forego your shooting, and then you cleanse the objective, and then you score victory points. If you cleanse 1 objective, you gain 2 victory points. If you have fixed missions, if you do it to 2 or more objective markers, you score 4 if you're using fixed objectives, which I am for Guardsmen as well. Deploy Teleport Homer. So because they're invading the Ultramarine planet, they're trying to, these guys are kind of like a forward unit or a forward force to put down Teleport Homers to call in reinforcements. So if I'm within 6 of the board edge, if I'm in the center of the battlefield, I score 2 victory points for fixed missions. If I'm in the opponent's deployment zone, I score 4. So I forgo my shooting, and I just deploy a Homer instead. Kind of like how Ninth used to work with banners and stuff. Dice and stuff. The blue dice is going to represent turns. The orange dice is going to represent the Guardsman scoring. So we're on nothing so far. So I got a D100 and a D10 for that. I got a D6 for command points. And then the red dice then would be for the Ultramarine scoring and CP. I've got the cards for the Guardsmen, and I've got the Codex for the Space Marines. I've got both for their Gambit decks. I think that's everything for the pre-game setup. So we're going to see now who is going to go first. So, Guardsmen, got a 5. Space Marines, also got a 5, so rerolls. Guardsmen, 3. Space Marines, 5. There you go. So it will be the Space Marines' turn first. So before I do my movement for the Ultramarines, I gain a CP, so, well, both sides gain a CP. I'm going to pick my Oath for the Moment target to be the tank commander. I'm going to try and do some damage with him with all this. That flies a lot. And see if I can take him out, because I will be take it down and assassinate in one if I can do it. I'm also going to be in Devastator Doctrine this turn, so I can advance and still shoot. I have done Space Marines movement. So I advanced this. It got a 3, so it moved 17. It could have gone like here, but I just moved it there because it's got cover and stuff. And it's on the objective. I moved this Tactical Marine squad just up the building, as normal. These guys just moved into the pike to get some cover, so I'm holding these guys in kind of like reserve. I advanced this Tactical Marine squad with the Melta gun in it. They only got a 1, so they moved 7, and that got them there within 3 of the objective. I advanced the Dreadnought. It rolled a 1-2, and it moved 7 inches and ended up there. Kind of poopy. Then I advanced the dev team who were there to there. They rolled a 5, so they ended up going 11, and that's where they've ended up. I know they're out in the open, but if they somehow survive, that would be pretty cool. My plan for them is to take out the heavy weapons team, to be honest, and survive, but we'll see how it goes. Finally, I dropped the drop pod. Now, for the purposes of counting this as the model, I'm doing it from these, like, wing things here. So this is the model. I'm ignoring these. I have deployed them out just because it looks cool, but these don't count as the model. So I've plopped it here. So from this point to those guards when it's 9 inches away, and then they disembark 3 inches there. Alright, so this is the Multi-Melta dev team. So hopefully I've got a decent amount of firepower now to go into the tank commander. I've got that. I've got the Multi-Meltas. I've got a rocket launcher, and then I'm going to focus some fire over here then with the Dreadnought and the Plasma team. Oh, sorry, I also left this squad here so they could just hold that objective. That's just a 5-man Tactical Marine squad. So at the moment I'm holding 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives. It's not going to matter yet because you start scoring at turn 2, but whatever survives, I got a decent amount of scoring coming in. So if they do die, I'm still going to score. Same if they die, I can still score. Okay, shooting. So the first thing I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do my Multi-Meltas into the tank commander. So here are the Multi-Melta shots. So I'm hitting on 4s because I've technically moved. And I don't get the heavy roll. So I got that. I'm going to reroll because of Oath for the moment. Okay, 2 miss. It's pretty good. Strength 9, it is toughness 11 for a Leman Russ tank, so it's going to be 5s to wound. So we got 4 wounds. I'm also not going to spend any CP for the tank commander. There was one I wanted to do, but it was 2 CP, so I got 3 wounds. I'm not going to re-roll any of those because I'm going to save it for the damage, I think. So it's -4. A Leman Russ has a 2-up save, so it'll be a 6-up. Now the question is, do I want to CP one of those? Ooh, by the way, I am within 18. No, I'm going to save my CP, I think, with my Guardsman, because a 6-up is kind of poopy odds. So all 3 fail, so it's 3d6 damage. I mean, that's pretty good. I think that just kills him. Because what is it? That's 5. That's 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. I need to double check how many wounds he's got. Lol, funny, they have exactly 13 wounds, so that's enough, and it just kills the tank commander. Does he blow up on a 6? He doesn't, but he is removed from the game. So that will be take it down and assassinate, just from the Multi-Melta squad. Nice. So the Ultramarines just scored 7 points for killing the tank commander. So it's 4 points for bring it down, because... No, sorry, it's 3 points for bring it down, because it's got 10 wounds plus, and it's a vehicle, so that's 3. And then the extra 4 is from being a character. Next shooting is going to be my Storm Speeder. I'm going to put it into this Leman Russ. So I've got 3 different attacks. So this is my Storm Fury missile. Hitting on a 2. Hits. It's strength 12, so it's wounding on a 3. It wounds. It's minus 3, so it'll 2 up save, so it'll be a 5 up save. Right, I can't afford to lose Leman Russes, so I'm going to CP that with the Guardsman. There you go, it paid off. So he saves that, and Guardsman don't have any CP. Las Talon, hitting on 2s, 1 hit. Yeah, CP that. Of course it's cocked. There you go, 2 hits. So the Space Marines are also out of CP. It's strength 9, toughness 11, so it's wounding on 5s. That's 1 wound. It is minus 3 again, so 5 up. Fails. D6 damage. 5 freaking heck, alright. Eesh. So it's actually D6 plus 1 damage, so that is going to be 6 damage. So that leaves the Leman Russ on 7 wounds. And then we've got the Icarus rocket pod, so it's D3, 3 hits. Hitting on 3s, I believe. This one hits on 3s. It's strength 8, so looking for 5s. 1 wound. It's minus 1, so it's a 3 up save. Yes, 3 up save. He gets it, so he's fine. Freaking X-Space Marines doing well turn 1. Then I'm going to shoot my drop pod if it's in range into the Guardsman. I'll just double check. So the drop pod missile is within range of the Guardsman. So it's blast. It's D6 plus 1, so I've got 5 minimum at the moment. And then actually I put that there to show I've got 5 minimum. And then D6, 3. So that's 8. Hitting on 3s. It's strength 5, so it's wounding on 3s. Okay, strength 5. Yes, wounding on 3s. That's 3 wounds. I believe Guardsmen have a 5 up save. I'll double check when it matters. They definitely don't have a 4 up save, 3 up save, so those 2 pass because there's no AP. I do lose 1, so I'm going to take a chainsword away. Next thing I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do this Tactical Marine squad. I'm going to do the rocket into the Leman Russ, and I'm going to see if the bolters are in range to go into the infantry squad. So the front 2 bolters are in range of the infantry squad, and the rocket launcher is also in range of the tank. So I'll do the bolters first, so it'll be 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds. The save. Do they get cover? No, I guess not. Oh, it would have been an extra -1 as well because they're shooting from above, I'm pretty sure. So that's 2 more dead guardsmen. I'll take him and a chainsword, I guess. Then I'm going to shoot a crack rocket into the tank, hitting on a 4, and that misses. They're probably not going to be in range. They can't see anything because of the ruin. They might actually be able to see those guys. So I double checked. These guys are out of range of the heavy weapons team and they can't see anything because of the ruin. The 2 plasma guns are in range of the infantry squad. So I'm just going to take 2 shots of plasma. I'm not going to overcharge. So hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. Minus a lot. It's like -3, I think, or -2. Yeah, they die. So that's 2 more killed. So that's all this infantry shot over here. They're not in range of anything. I've got my Dreadnought and I've got the Plasma Cannon team. I'm just going to do some measurements and see what I can do. The next thing I was going to shoot, guys, is the Dreadnought. I'm going to go into the heavy weapons team because it's range 36, so that's plenty of range. It's D3 shots. I am going to overheat this just because if I do, it's 3 damage and it's -3 as well. So even being in cover, they won't get a save. So it's D3 shots. 1. Alright. Hitting on a 3. Hits. Strength is, well, 2's to wound. That's cringe. Alright, so that fails to wound. Dangerous, gets hot. Wherever the check is, I'm fine. The next thing I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do my Plasma Cannon team. So it's 5s to wound the Leman Russ. But the autocannons are easier to kill. And they got some good firepower. I think I'm going to go after the heavy weapons team with my plasma cannons. Just because I think I can take them out. Them into them, it's going to be D3 shots per. I'm not going to overcharge these. Okay guys, I'm actually going to be a bit risky with the plasma cannons. So they only do 1 damage, not overcharge. So I am going to overcharge them into the heavy weapons team. So it's going to be 4d3 shots overcharged. I'm also range 36. So that's going to be 1. So that's 2 there. And then it's going to be 3 there. So that's 6, 7, 8 shots. Hitting on 4s because I moved. And the reason I can shoot is because of the Devastator Doctrine. These do nothing. So I got 5 hits. It's wounding on 2s. So I got 4 wounds. They are AP. They are AP3, so even with the +1, they won't get a save because they have a 5-up save. So it'll be a 4+ because of the trees. But because of its AB3, it just kills them, right? And they're 2 damage apiece, so that's all of them dead. From the plasma cannons. However, I do have to take hazardous test, and everyone's fine. Basically, if I rolled any 1s there, someone would die. Or literally, if I rolled 4 1s, all of them would have died. So, right, I think that's everything for my shooting. I don't have any charges, so that's going to be Space Marine turn 1. I think that was a very effective turn for Space Marines. Took out a tank commander, took out some heavy weapons, wounded another Leman Russ. Scored 7 points. Pretty cool. Let's see what the Traitor Guardsmen do. I've done the guards movement. So I moved this tank forward 10. So it's within 3 of that objective. I left the infantry where they are because they get lethal hits now. I moved the Chimera 10 inches. It's ended up there. It's in range of that objective and behind this ruin, so it's obscured. I disembarked the Catachan, wholly within 3 of the transport. I left the Wyvern where it is, and I moved that Leman Russ up 10 inches. There, it's not within 3 of the objective. So, yeah. My plan is for that Leman Russ and this transport to take out the devs. The Wyvern, the infantry squad, and the Catachan to take out the dev team, and this Leman Russ to take out this thingy. So my plan is to shoot those 2 first into the dev team, then throw grenades with the Catachan with the command point, and then just hope for the best with the tanks and the transport. Okay guys, so the first unit I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do this infantry squad into the devs. So I'm going to do a plasma pistol from my commissar and going to overcharge it because I'm within 12. So as a hit, strength 8, so it's a 2+. That fails the wound, hilarious. Grenade launcher, I'm going to shoot a crack grenade. Grenade launcher is there. Misses. Then I've got a bunch of I got 27 las gunshots going into them. So here's 20, and then I get another 7 after this, so 4s. 6s are lethal hits, so that's a wound. Pretty good. And then it's strength 3, so 5 to wound. Excellent, 2. Oh, what? So I got 2 wounds, 3 up save. They get them. Ooh, not great. Next thing, I'm going to do the grenade stratagem from the Canon into the devs. So the guardsmen are spending their CP, and it's 4-6, and it's 6 dice on 4s, mortal wounds. Cool. 1. Next thing I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do the Wyvern into the devs. My Wyvern has clear sight on the devs, so I don't have to indirectly fire. So it's going to be 2d6 plus blast, because there's 5 of them in there, I get an extra shot. So I get 12 shots. Because I stood still, it's going to be 3s to hit, because I'm heavy. 6s are also lethal hits, because I stood still. So I got 3 auto wounds, pretty good, and then I got a bunch of crappy rolls. They are strength 5, so it's going to be 3s to wound. Oh, days. So it's 4 wounds altogether. 3 up save. Will they get them all? Yeah, well, I'll do then. I'm going to put this Leman Russ into the dev team. See if I can take them out. So the las cannon hits. Wounding on a 2. It wounds. It's minus... I don't know. See if it matters. That's a failed save. I'm pretty sure it's either -3 or -4. So it's not a 6. That just kills the Marine. I'm going to take the Sergeant. Then I've got the auto cannon thingy. So it's going to be 8 shots because I'm within rapid fire. So normally it's 4, but then it's rapid fire 4. I'm within half. So 8 shots. Hitting on 4s. I forgot as well the Wyvern was twin linked. Damn. I'll go back and do that after this. So 4s to hit, those 3 miss. Strength 9, oh no, yeah, strength 9. So 2s. Is this twin linked? Okay guys, it is twin linked. So that's 5 wounds. It's going to be strength. Oh, it's 5 wounds, yeah. So it's -1, so it's going to be a 4 up save. That just kills them. Do I want to CP one? It's still a Multi-Melta. I'm not going to CP that. I'm going to save it for Armor of Contempt on the devs over there. So these guys are dead. Ooh. Sorry, just for you guys who didn't know, the reason that killed them is because the autocannon does 3 damage per hit. So all 4 of them failed, so it was 3 damage per Marine, and that killed them. So my Chimera is going into that dev team. That dev team, I'm going to spend the command point for Armor of Contempt, so it worsens the AP characteristic of weapon shot against them. So that's for the phase, so when the Leman Rush shoots at them and this shoots at them, they're going to be, they're not affected by -1 AP. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to shoot is the Heavy Bolter from the Chimera. Hitting on 4s. It's 2 hits. Strength 5, wounding on 3s. Nothing. Oh, I just can't wound, bruv. Yeah, shoot a hunter killer missile on him, why not? That's a hit. 2s. That is a wound. It's minus... Hunter killer is -3, so this is -2, so it'll be a 5 up. Which you don't get, and it's d6 damage. 3, so that's going to kill a Marine, so I'm going to just take the Sergeant. Boop. Heavy Stubber hitting on 4s, 1 hit. Wounding on a 4 because it's strength 4, that is a wound, 3 up save. It's a save. Then I got the multi-laser. So it's 4 shots, hitting on 4s, 2 hits. Strength 6, so it's 3s. It's no AP, so 3 up save. And there's 1 save. Come on now. And 2 saves there. Okay, so that's the command shot. It would shoot these, the las gun, what are they called? It would normally shoot the las gun array, but because I disembarked, there's no one in there to shoot them. So they just can't fire. And then the next thing it's going to shoot is my Leman Russ battle tank into them. So I'll do the las gun, hitting on a 4, or las cannon, sorry. That's a miss. Then I've got 8 shots with the auto cannon. Hitting on 4s. 50-50. Wounding on 2s. Twin linked. They all wound. It's normally -1, but because of Armor of Contempt, it's just a flat save, so 3 up. Ooh, bruh. So, even with the Armor of Contempt, 3 of them still die because there's 3 damage per. But 1's still alive. So I'll just leave the guy closest to the objective. So that was pretty effective. So that's all the shooting. This is going to be a problem though. Hopefully this doesn't do too much damage. Charges. I'm not going to charge anything. No, I'm not going to charge anything. There's no point. Oh, I could charge. I'm actually going to charge the Leman Russ into that guy, because if I get in range of the objective, I'm OC3 and he's only OC1, so I'll do that. A 6. I'm going to measure that out. It was a 7-inch charge. It would have technically been a bit more because I couldn't land on the objective, so either way a 6 is a fail. And that's the end of Astra Militarum turn 1. I haven't scored any points because I didn't do any of my secondaries. And we don't score the primary in the first turn. Okay, start of the turn. Both sides gain a CP. I'm going to see if that guy fails his battle shock test. No, he's good on an 8. No one else has to take it because no one else is below halfway. So he's fine. So I'm holding 3 objective, but I only score for 2, holding 2 of them. So I gain 10 points. So Space Marines are on 17 points at the start of their command phase. Oh, for the moment, I'm going to pick this Leman Russ as my for the moment target to see if I can take it out. And then it will just open me up for all this. And yep, that's it. So I still got Assassinate and Bring It Down. So the only character left is the Commissar. And then bring it down for the other vehicles. So I've done the movement. I left the speeder where it was, left that tactical marine squad where they were, same with that squad over there. I moved these 2 forward, so these moved from there to there. They moved over the pipe, so I moved them 4 inches. So the Melta guns are in range of the tank. The plasma guns are in range of this tank as well, except the lieutenant's plasma pistol, that's out of range. But the plasma pistol from the sergeant and the 2 plasma guns are in range. And they're in rapid fire as well. And then I'm going to put some bolt fire shots into them eventually. And I'll do the same with those bolters. I'll put them into the guardsmen too. My Dreadnought moved up. I'm going to try and support that lone dev. See if I can take out that tank with him, and plus if I eventually get into combat. So he's going that way, trying to hold them back. First thing I'm going to shoot this tactical marine squad. I'm going to do the rocket launcher into the Leman Russ. I'm going to do the 2 bolt guns in range into that squad of guardsmen. So I'll do the crack missile first. Misses, but then for the moment. Still misses. The 2 bolt guns into those guardsmen. Hit on 3s. Wounding on 3s. It's 2 wounds, so they'll have their 4 up save. They are fine. Nope, sorry, they have a 5 up save, not a 4 up save, so I do lose a guardsman. The next thing I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do this tactical marine squad, bolters into those guardsmen, plasmas and separate lieutenants into the Leman Russ. So do the plasma guns first. So I'll have a plasma pistol, and 2 plasma guns of rapid fire range. I am going to overcharge these. So I'm hitting on 3s. Then I have, for the moment. So I got 4 hits. It's strength 8, so I am wounding on 5s. I got 1 hit. -3. You get the save. Then I got to do hazardous, so the sergeant dies. And then 2 plasma guns are fine. Damn, I lost the Sarge. Then I got 2 bolt shots into that infantry squad. 2 Boltguns are into the infantry squad. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 5 up save. Pass 1 and fail 1, so I lose another guardsman. The next thing I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do this Ultramarine squad. Multi-gun into the tank. 4 bolt guns into the guardsman. So the Multi-gun hits, needing a 5, fails to wound. I will CP that. Ugh, I suck. So Space Marines have no CP, cool. And then I've got the 4 bolters, the 4 bolt guns, hitting on 3s. Oop. Wounding on 3s. Get rid of those. 5 up save. Get 2 of them, fail 2 of them. So I lose another 2 guardsmen. How many of these guys got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're not quite broken yet because there's still 12 in the unit and there was 21 in there because of the commissar. So that's the tack shot. I'll do this speeder next into the Lemurus tank. So I'll do the Storm Fury missile, hitting on a 2. Hits, is strength 12, wounding on a 3. That is a wound. It's -3, so it's going to be a 5 up save for the tank. Then we have the Las Talon, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s, because it's strength 9, nothing. And then finally, we got the Icarus rocket pod. It's D3 shots. 1. Hitting on a 3. Hits. Ooh. It's going to be strength 5. So, sorry, it's strength 8. So it's 5s to wound. That is a wound. It's -1. So it's going to be a 3 up save. Which the tanks gets. Okay, so this one can tank everything, but the commander can't tank anything. Cool, so he survived all that shooting. Then my drop pod's gonna go. I'm gonna do rockets into that infantry squad. So it's blast, so it's 2 shots. Then I believe it's 2d6. Nope, sorry, it's 1d6 plus 1. So 5, 6, 7 shots. There we are. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s because it's strength 5. 5 up save. Pass 1, fail 2. So another 2 die. Next I'm going to shoot, I'm going to do that lone dev into that Lemurus. I'm going to overcharge my plasma cannon. So it's going to be D3 shots. 1. Hitting on 3 plus because I stood still. As a hit. Strength 8, so it needs a 5 to wound. Fails to wound. Do I blow up and die? No, I'm fine. I believe it's on a 1 that I die. So he's fine until he gets shot next turn. Next thing I'm going to shoot is the Dreadnought. He's going to put his plasma cannon into that Lemurus. So it's going to be D3 shots. I will overcharge this. 1. Hitting on a 3. Hits. Wounding on a 5. Fails to wound. Then I have to take a hazardous test. I'm fine. Okay, did I score anything? None for assassinate. None for bring it down. Do I want to charge anything? I should have done that before I bothered counting. I'm going to see if that Dreadnought can charge that Chimera. Because I'm going to go like round... Oh, I don't know if I can make it actually. Because I don't know if his base can fit. I might be able to fit there and just tag him for there. I'll see if he makes it. A 4, no, that's not going to make it. Any more charges? No, not really. That's it. I've done the guards movement. I left the Leman Russ tank where it is. I moved my Canon on top of the ruin. I advanced the infantry squad, so they move 11, and I got them there, so they can't shoot this turn. Left the Chimera where that is. Left the Wyvern where that is. I moved that Leman Russ slightly to there, so it's on the objective, and it's got a line of sight on the Dreadnought. What I'm going to do now, my Chimera, my Wyvern, and my Canon are not going to do any shooting. My Canon are going to put down a teleport homer. That dice is in the centre between these two objectives, and there's 6 of that, so they're going to apply a teleport homer there. The Chimera is going to cleanse that objective, aka taint it, same as the Wyvern. It doesn't say vehicles can't do it, it just says you have to forego your shooting, so I'm just assuming the crew is doing it. Yeah, so that one's tainted, deploy teleport homer. So that's going to score me some points. My Leman Russes are going to do some shooting though. So this Leman Russ is going to go into the land speeder. So my Space Marines are spending my 1 CP. That's got Armor of Contempt on it, okay? So this is the roll. It's a fail. And then I've got the autocannon hitting on 4s. Because it stayed still, it would have had lethal hits. But we didn't get any 6s, that's fine. Strength 9, so I'm not sure what toughness the land speeder is. Give me 2 seconds. So it's strength 9, it's toughness 9, so it is force to wound. This is twin linked. So he got 4 wounds. Armor of Contempt, so it's just a flat save of a 3+. Ooh, that's not great. So that's 3, 6, 9 damage to the speeder. So it's taken 9 wounds, it's got 2 left because it has 11. Next thing I'm going to do that Leman Russ. I'm going to put my las cannon into the speeder. I believe I can see it, like from there. And then I'm going to put my autocannon into the Dreadnought. So I'll do the las cannon first into the speeder bike. That's a shame, it misses. I am going to CP it. Oh my days. Okay, so that's a fail. And then I've got my autocannon into the Dreadnought. Hitting on 4s. That's pretty solid. Strength 9. Side of 4s, I'll have to check this again. Twin linked. I need to see if I need to twin link that one. Yep, I have to twin link this one because it's toughness 9, so 3 doesn't do it. No, that doesn't do it. I'd take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was that part of the roll? No, so that dice wasn't a part of it. So I got 5 wounds on the Dreadnought. It's -1, but a Dreadnought has a 2-up save, so it'll be a 3-up save. Okay, so he passes 4 of them, and he takes 1 goes through, so that'll be 3 damage. Dreadnought has 8 wounds, so he has 5 remaining. Okay, so what I'm going to do tank shock. I'm going to charge this Leman Russ into the land speeder, and so I'm going to see if that matters. Let's do it. A 6. Okay guys, so I done the measurements. What I did, I took 2 away from that. So 6 inches got me here. So I took away the 2 and I moved 4 inches. Ooh. So I moved 4 inches then, and that got me by here-ish. So that's a successful charge. So now I roll 76, I believe, if I read this right. Give me 2 seconds. Right, so that's the roll I got for tank shock. Okay, so I had to read the stratagem again because the wording threw me off. So basically you throw... So my weapon is strength 7. So I roll 7 dice. If my weapon is stronger than the thing I'm hitting, then it'll be an extra 2d6. So it isn't, because that's toughness 9, I'm strength 7. So I just roll this many d6, 7. And then each 5+ does 1 mortal wound to a maximum of 6. Alright, so I've done 5 mortal wounds to this, it dies, and yeah, that's it. So that was a pretty good stratagem, I think. Now guardsmen are holding that objective. I was thinking about doing it to that guy, because that guy could throw like grenades at the tank, but I thought it was more relevant to take out the speeder because it's got a lot of hard hitting stuff. Right, so that will be the end of guardsman's turn. Turn 2. So at the end of my turn I'm scoring 6 because I did the teleport homer in the middle, which is worth 2, and then I cleansed 2 objective markers, so that's worth 4, so that would take me up to 16 for the guardsmen. So the guardsmen are only a point behind the Ultramarines. Ultramarines are on 17, guardsmen are on 16. Boom. So I scored 10 points for holding 2 objectives, so I'm on 27 with the Space Marines. I also got a CP. Oh, for the moment it's going to be this Leman Russ here, so I'm still trying to bring it down. Movement, I left that Tactical Marine squad where it was. Same with that squad. That squad has moved forward 6 inches, because now they've got line of sight on the Catachan. With their bolt rifles. Just basically going to focus these 3 units on the Leman Russ. Well, maybe the Boltguns will go up there, but the heavy weapons are going to go into the tank. I moved the Dreadnought 6 inches forward. I'm going to try and see if I can take out the Chimera in combat. Or maybe I'll shoot my plasma cannon into the infantry and charge the Chimera for combat. I left that guy where he is. He is going to do some shots into the infantry, see if he can take some of them out, because I can, because there is a character in that unit. So I'll try and whittle them down. Because my lieutenant's got a power fist, I do want to charge him in, so he can hit the tank. Yeah, this squad's going to go first. They're going to do their bolt guns into the Catachan. The rocket launcher's going into the Leman Russ. So do the rocket first. Hitting on a 3. Hits, I am shooting crack. 5 to wound, so failed wound. I'm not going to CP that. I'll do the bolt guns now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Hitting on 3s. That's cocked. Wounding on 3s. There's a 3 over there too. They'll have a 4-up save against this because they're in the ruin. Didn't matter, still lose 3 of them. I'll take the Sergeant and those 2. Like that. Oh, I gotta do Battle Shock as well, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was 21 in the squad, so they're below half. The guardsmen need to take Battle Shock because they're fine. That Dev needs to take Battle Shock. He's fine. The tank is still fine, everything else is fine. So, okay, so everyone passed their Battle Shock. The Dreadnought is still fine. He needs to get down to 3, I think, to do a Battle Shock, so he's fine there. Okay, cool. So they did a few wounds. Next thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the grenade stratagem from that squad into the Leman Russ. So I'm going to spend my Space Marines command point. And see if I can do some mortal wounds like that. I think it's better doing this than shooting some plasma guns. So 4s do mortal wounds, so I do 4 mortal wounds, nice. So 4, so 7. It takes me down to 3. It takes the tank down to 3 wounds remaining. The next thing, I'm going to do this squad. They're going to do the Melta gun into the tank, bolt guns into the Catachan. I'll do the Melta gun first, hitting on a 3, hits. Wounding on a 5, fails to wound. Bolt guns into the Catachan, hitting on 3s. Okay, pretty good. Get rid of those. Wounding on 3s. Okay, and then it's going to be a 4-up save. Pass 2, lose 3 though. So I'll take away these 3. Keep the flamers. Next thing it's going to shoot is this Tactical Marine squad into the Catachan to see if I can finish them off. So it's going to be 10 shots. So I did check for line of sight as well, and movement, and what's it called? Range. So they're in both, okay? Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Oh, sorry, that was a wound. 4 up save because of cover. Pass all but 1. They're still there. I'll take away this guy. Ooh. Ooh, okay, so they're still holding on. I tell you what, actually, that plasma cannon is going to go into these Catachan. I am not going to overcharge. Should I? They have a 4 up saving cover. It'll be -3. Yeah. I will overcharge that plasma cannon into these guys, so it'll be D3 shots. 2. Hitting on 3s because I stood still. They both hit. Killing on 2s. That's disappointing. This kills another one, so I just got 2 flamers there. I got to do the hazardous test for the plasma cannon. I'm fine. The last thing I got to shoot is... Oh, sorry, I've actually got my... I'll do the drop pod next into the Catachan. I should have done that first, actually. So it's just D6 plus 1. So 5 shots. Hitting on 3s. Ooh. Get rid of those. Wounding on 2s. It's 2 wounds. 4 up save. Again, both. I'll do the Dreadnought now. He's going to put his heavy flamer into the 2 Catachan, his plasma cannon into the infantry squad. So the heavy flamer. 2 shots. Strength 5, so it's 2s. It also ignores cover, so they have a 5 up save against this. Pass 1 and fail 1. So I will take that guy. So it's just 1 guy left. Then the plasma cannon into the guardsman. I'm not going to bother overcharging because they haven't got cover. And it's -2 and it's like 2 damage anyway. So I'm not going to overcharge this. So it's D3 plus its blast, so there's 10 in the squad, so it's 2 shots plus D3. 1. So it's 3 shots, hitting on 3s, killing on 2s, there's 2 killed. I will take the back 2. Charges, I'm going to charge... yeah, I'll charge this squad into the tank. I'm not going to Overwatch, I think that'll just be a bit of a waste. 5, yeah, gets him in there. What I'll do, I'll go like this way. So what did I get? 7. Yeah, so 7 takes me all the way over there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go this way. Ooh, so I can get that OC. Lol. I've also forgot about my lieutenant's ability this whole time. Hilarious. Alright. Yep, so they're there. I'm also going to charge my Dreadnought into the Chimera. Basically, I'm going to fit him in there, hopefully. See where I roll. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that should be plenty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here. Like that, so I'm not on top of the objective, but I'm in combat with the Chimera. I'll start off with the Dreadnought. So the Dreadnought has 5 attacks going into the Chimera, hitting on 3s. Oof, rough. Wounding on 3s because it's strength 12 and he's toughness 9. They both wound. It's going to be, it's -2, so it's a 3 up plus save, so he's going to be a 5 up save because of the rend. He passes 1 and fails 1. He does take 3 damage though. It's going to leave the Chimera on 8 wounds. Then I'm going to do the Lieutenant and the Space Marines into this tank. Okay guys, so I looked at my Lieutenant's ability. He can give the squad lethal hits, and he can back out, shoot, and declare a charge after he's fallen back. So just something to keep in mind there. So this is my Lieutenant's Power Fist. It's hitting on 2s with lethal hits. So I got 2 auto wounds. It's strength 8, so it's going to be 5s to wound. So I got 3 wounds. Sorry, that was a 6. 3 wounds at -2, 2 up save, it's a 4 up. Passes 2. Yeah, passes 2 and fails 1, so it takes 2 damage. It's got 1 wound left. Then I've got some punches from the Marines. So it's going to be 8 strength 4 attacks from the Marines. I'm looking for 6s really for precision hits. I didn't get any. Got a few hits though. So all these hits, and then it's going to be 6s to wound. I did get 1. 2 up. I get it. Then it's going to be the stuff attacking back. So I'll start off with the Leman Russ going into the Space Marines. Leman Russ, so it's going to be 6 attacks, hitting on 5s because I'm badly wounded. Still got 4 of them. Strength 7, so it's going to be 3s. They all wound. There's no AP, so it's going to be a 3-up save for the Marines. 1.5 dice. Cool. So I'll take away one of the Boltguns, and I'll take a wound on the other Boltgun. The Chimera into the Dreadnought. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, it's strength 6, it's a 5 to wound. That is a wound. 2-up save for the Dreadnought. Freaking heck. Cool. Takes a wound, so it's down to 4 wounds. Little sneaky bump there. Damn. Okay, so I didn't get Bring It Down. I didn't get Assassinate. At the end of Space Marine turn 3, the Guardsmen are on 26. The Guardsmen are on 16. Space Marines are on 27. Guardsmen have 1 CP, Space Marines have 0. Okay, so for Battle Shock, I'm going to spend 1 CP for my Catachan not to roll, so he is inspired, so he just stands there. But that's it for the game now. I can't cast that anymore, or do that anymore. I do have to do a roll for these guys, though. 6. I need to have a look at a Commissar. Okay, so Commissar's a leadership 6, and I rolled a 6, so they're fine. Does anything else need to be Battle Shock? That Marine needs to take Battle Shock. He's fine. That tank needs to take Battle Shock. I have no idea. So I roll a 6. I'll go check that. Leman Russ is Courage 7, so that tank is Battle Shocked. But that's it though. So we're not holding that. I guess we weren't anyway, but still. Right, so I spent the CP for that. I forgot to mention as well, I'm not going to do gambits for either side because it's very close. I think it's still doable for Space Marines to Bring It Down and Assassinate. And I think Guardsmen can still cleanse and put down the teleport homers. So I'm not going to do any gambits. I know I should have done it at the start of Space Marine's turn, but I'm not going to do any gambits. I've done the Guards movement. I backed the Chimera out of combat. My plan is to throw grenades into the Dreadnought and hopefully do 4 more wounds and kill him. I moved the Catachan like in the building. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. I don't know how good that's going to look. Oh, there he is. So he's still within 6 of the center, so he can still do the teleport homer. Yeah, so my plan is cleanse that objective, put down a homer, throw grenades, las cannon, autocannon, and then I'm going to put all my shots into these guys. I'm going to throw grenades. I'm going to spend my command point with my Guardsmen. I'm going to throw grenades into the Dreadnought. So it's 6 dice. I guess I did 1 mortal wound. So it's down to 3. Like that. Then I'm going to do a las cannon into the plasma cannon, and then I'm going to do the autocannons into the Dreadnought. So the las cannon, hitting on a 4+, misses. The Dreadnought's going to do Armor of Contempt. Wait, can he? Yeah, he can. Dreadnought's doing Armor of Contempt, so it gets rid of the -1. Because I'm within 24, I still get Rapid Fire 4, so it's 8 shots going into the Dreadnought. Hitting on 4s. Strength 9. Strength 9 is Toughness 9, so it's 4s to wound. That's 2 wounds. 2-up save though. Gets them both. Only one of them needed to go through and that would have just killed him. So he's still alive though. Then I'm going to shoot this tank going into them. So I'll do the las cannon, hitting on a 5 because I'm badly hurt and I'm in combat. I don't think it double stacks. So technically I'm -2 because I'm badly wounded and I'm in combat, but I don't think it doubles. So I'm just assuming I'm hitting on 5s. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. Then I got the autocannon. 5s into them. I also forgot I was doing lethal hits this whole time. Hilarious. So that's an auto wound because of lethal hits. These two need to wound on 2s. So that's 2 wounds, AP 1, so it'll be a 3-up save. 1 dies, so it'll just be the Boltgun. Combat, it's this one. Unfortunately, the Space Marines go first. So I'll do 4 attacks with the Lieutenant. 1 auto wounds. 5s. So it's 2 wounds minus 2. 4 up. The tank dies. Does it blow up? It doesn't. So they destroy the tank. Did I have to do Battle Shock for them? No, I didn't. So they destroy that tank. They'll just stay there because they're on the objective. There's no other combats to do. So Guardsmen are going to score 4 victory points because they cleansed that one. I don't know why that's there. Cleansed. Alright, do I have to move from these? Okay, I didn't realise this, but you can't cleanse the one in your deployment zone. So I'm going to have to change that slightly. Before the scoring of this turn, I'm just going to redo what I did. So I didn't get 2 for that. What you get? 4 victory points, okay. Right, so before this turn, I'm actually on 24 because I cleansed that one and I did a teleport homer, so that's 4 victory points. So that would take me up to 24. This turn now, I didn't cleanse any objectives, but I did do the teleport homer. That's worth 2. So now I'm on 26. Because I can't cleanse that one because it's in my deployment zone. Sorry about that. Ooh, that's going to be annoying to edit later. Lol. Right. So, at the end of Guard's turn 3, it's 26 to 27. Maybe I should have gambited, but I did the math wrong. Hilarious. So we'll be back now in just a sec with Ultramarines turn 4. Okay guys, so I gotta do Battle Shock now. So that Dev Marine over there loves it. The Canon loves it. Those guys love it. Everything else is fine. So Space Marines scoring 10 victory points, so I'll take it up to 37. I forgot to score the 3 points for bringing this down. So the Space Marines are on 40 victory points. I also give them their CP. Guardsmen are still on 26 with their CP. For movement, I move my Dreadnought around the objective to there. For the moment, it's going to be the Chimera. So I moved the Dreadnought around to there. I moved that squad here. I ran these guys down, so they're holding that objective. Drop pods is where it is because I can't move. Left those guys where they are, left those guys where they are, left that guy where he is. And yes, so I'm going to try and take out the Chimera. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot the Melta gun into the Chimera. I'm going to do 3 bolt rifles, because this guy's out of the building, into the Canon. And we'll see what that does. So the Melta gun, did it on a 3, hits. Its strength... I'll have to check. Okay, so it's strength 9, it's also toughness 9, so I needed a 4 to wound, so I'm just going to re-roll with a CP. My days I still can't get a 4+, so there you go, that's a miss. Then the 3 bolters into that lonely Canon. Hitting on 3s. Freaking heck, what a crap roll. Bruh, 3s. 1, 5 up. Nope, he didn't make it. Because they're in the same cover as him, he doesn't get cover. So he did. That's that Tactical Marine Squad shot. They can't really do anything. They can't really do anything because there is obscuring for buildings. Maybe they'll do some plasma shots into the Wyvern. The Wyvern is out of range, but I'm going to do 2 plasma shots into the Guardsmen. So, not going to overcharge these. So, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. It's -2. No, they die. I was going to say if they had cover or not, but I don't think they did anyway. So, 2 Guardsmen die. Rocket pod can't see them now because of the building. I'll do a plasma cannon into those guys. So, it's blast. D3. Ooh, 4 shots. Let me double check it is blast. Yep, so it's blast, so it has that many hits. Hitting on 3s, because I stay put. I'm not overcharging this, by the way. 2s, they won't get any cover from that, so 2 of them just die. Next, the Dreadnought. He's actually going to put everything into the infantry, because if I can kill that infantry squad, I can charge the Chimera and beat up. So I'll do that. So I'll do the Heavy Flamer first into the infantry squad. A whopping 1 shot. Did I spend my CP? Yeah, I did grenades. No, I didn't. I was going to, but I didn't do that. What did I do? I spent it on the Melta gun, I'm pretty sure. There you go. Yeah, I didn't. So it's 1 shot. 3s. I know another guardsman dead. Plasma cannon. I am going to overcharge this. D3 shots. 3. Because it does 3 damage this way. 3s. That's 3. I could die though. Oh well. They all hit. 2s to wound. They all wound. So the guardsmen die. And I need to see what the save over Commissar is. The Commissar has a 5-up invuln. If he fails this, he dies because he only has 3 wounds. He's dead. Cool. Murked by the Dreadnought. So Space Marines get another 4 victory points because they kill the character, so that'll put him on 44. Then the Dreadnought is going to charge the Chimera. 4 inches is enough to get me here. He's going to try to attack the Chimera. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. Strength, I believe, is 12, so 3s. Yeah, I didn't have enough CP to do anything about that. Oh, sorry, I gotta do my hazardous test. Because it's my mana. I'm fine. Lol, can you imagine that? I would have taken 3 wounds and died. Anyway, yeah, so I'm fine. So these wounds, it's -2, so it's a 5-up save. I get 2 of them. It is 6 damage, however, so that will take me down to 2 wounds remaining. The Chimera will hit back. 3 attacks, 5s, because I'm injured, nothing. Cool. So that is Space Marine turn 4. I'm trying to think, is there a point? I've got 3 vehicles left. One of them's really, really hurt. I'll show you what would happen, and then, yeah. So Guards turn 4. They're going to score 10 because they hold 2. So it takes up to 36. I'll move this 10. Sorry, then I just moved that 10. It's an inch away from the Dreadnought, and they're both within that objective. So I've moved 10, cleanse that. So that'll give me 4 points at the end of the turn. So that will take me up to 40. Then turn 5. I'll for the moment the Chimera. Actually, would it matter if a battle shocked? Yeah, it would actually. Okay, scratch that. Is this battle shocked? 5, 6, 7. So this is still in Guardsman's turn 4, sorry. So I rolled the morale for that. It's fine. So it's still scoring. So because of that, I can cleanse that. That takes me up to 40. So we'll do combat actually. Because if I back him out anymore, I don't think he'll be in range of the objective. So the Dreadnought will go into him. All those hits. I'm not going to bother. I'll do his attacks actually. 3s. Then you'll have a 5-up save. He fails them, he dies. That's another few points for bring it down. Yeah, so because it was Guardsman's turn, the Dreadnought will fight first, and it just killed the Chimera. The Space Marines would have scored 15 points in turn 5, plus the other points for that. So that'll take him up to, because the Chimera died, it will take him from 59 to 62. Guardsman will probably just hold the 1 objective, so that will score them 5. I guess I'll cleanse that again. So 5 plus 2 would be 47 at the end of turn 5. That's if I don't die or mess anything else up, or they don't take that out for killing. So it would be 63 to 47 at the end of the game. So it's a Space Marine victory. It was looking a bit dicey as soon as, to be fair, when I lost the commander, I kind of lost morale. It looked like they were going to pull it back there for a second. They scored a few points, especially when they're only one behind. I messed up when I was cleansing with this. I think I cleansed for 2 turns. So that was 2 turns I wasn't shooting with this. So that was my mistake. So apologies about that. But there's just a lot to remember and there's a lot to read and everything. But yeah, I think the Space Marines, I think it was clearly their game because they were capping objectives. Realistically, I could have moved them up there. Could have taken the OC off them if I wanted to with the Dreadnought. And that guy. And yeah, I think it was just a Space Marine game, to be honest. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry for the mistakes I made. I hope you still enjoyed. And yes, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.